work, you always need to present it statistically. And how do we present it? We can present it using graphs of different sorts. In this particular part of the video, we are going to look at how do we make graphs, how do we draw the graphs in our Excel so that we can represent our data graphically. Let us go directly to the computer.
Fellow teachers, we are welcome to this session. In this session, we are basically going to look at how we work with charts. Creating a chart in Microsoft Excel is a bit quick and easy. Excel will always provide you with a variety of charts to choose from, such as pie charts, line graphs, bar graphs, column charts, to name but a few. Showing data in charts can make it even more clear to understand and more interesting to the reader. Charts always help you to evaluate your data and make comparisons between different values. Now, for you to be able to use those charts, you must understand the different types of charts so that you can always choose the right chart. The types of charts we always have the column charts. These are bars that run vertically. I know we may confuse them with bar graphs. Bar graphs in mathematics, they also run vertically, but here, those of Excel, they run horizontally. But column charts are the ones which run vertically. They work with many different types of data. They are most important for comparing information. Then we also have line charts that are ideal for showing trends, pie charts that make it easy to compare proportions, bar graphs, bar charts, I've talked about them. These ones are horizontal bars. They look like column charts, but actually they are horizontal. We have area charts. We also have surface charts. Now, to insert a chart, you always select the cells you want to chart or to create a chart for, including the column titles and the row labels. These cells will be the source data for the chart. From the Insert tab, insert the desired chart command. Choose the desired chart type from the drop down. Let us go and try to see it ourselves from this is now my information. In this information, I want to see, to make a graph for all this information I've written here. As we have said, we always go to insert, which is here. And after that, we'll always have the charts here in the chart section. We have the column, we have the line, pie graph, out the pie chart, we have the bar graph, area graph, scattered graphs, and then also other types of graphs. There are a number. Now for us, let us start with these ones. We have 2-dimensional and we also have 3-dimensional. We have cylinder type, cone, pyramid. You'll always choose what you think is best for you. Let us start with looking. I'm going to use a 3-dimensional chart. Now I've already pressed it, but you are seeing the information it is showing me is the information I'm highlighting here. You can always see it here. You can see how it has drawn the graph for me. Let me try to increase the area. I'm dragging. You can always see my graph. Even if I change the information here, for example, this one, I can make it, let me make it 43,000. You're seeing that the chart changes automatically. So that whatever I change here, the chart will automatically change. So basically, what is being explained here from there to here is exactly what I've shown you there. If you are not sure which type of chart to use, the recommended charts command will always suggest several charts based on the source errors. Sometimes we tend to look at the charts and then we look at the recommended charts. If you come here and I come here, we have, these are different types of charts. We can always look for, there are a number of them. So even here, we can always choose whichever you think is best for the information you have. Then if we can continue down here, we can also always look at the chart layout, and then the chart layout will always give us the information, the different information we can always add on our charts. Now our chart is this one, but here, when I look at my graph, this is my graph. If I try to look at it, when I come here in the layout, we are seeing the different information I can always put there. I can always think of the labels, put the center labels, which you have seen it there. I can always think about the axis. This is the horizontal. We also have the vertical. The horizontal, if I press the horizontal title, we are seeing it has come. The same happens to the vertical. I can always say, show the data. These are what we call the legend. I can always say, put the data, the series you are seeing this. The names of now these graphs are the ones being shown here as the legends, while the data labels are the ones we are putting on top here. You're seeing the information being shown on every graph, though at times it makes the graph look dirty. That's why sometimes we don't show those labels. We can also show a table showing the different information. This year we had this, and then we are putting all the information is displayed down here, depending on what you want. You can also talk about the axes. In a primary axis, what do you want to see? Where do you want to show the axis? Show left to right axis. Do you want to show axis without labels? Depending on what you want. You can also always try to format. Now this one, when it comes to format, we can always change the graphs depending on our interest, depending on what you want to show. Now I'm sure this first one is the one which I'm trying to show you. Possibly I can say let it be this color, and then when I press on the second one, I can also give it another color, and all of them of that type will always change depending on what I have selected. Always obviously select something which will be visible, something which will be able to read by the reader. Leaving alone that, we can also look at if I come here in the design, we can also look at the different designs. Choose which design you wish to have, depending on your the choice of work you want to display. Always choose the information which will be displayed. The information. Always choose the design, the layout, and format of your graph, which will actually give your graph a better look. Don't choose something because it just looks better. Choose something that it has meaning to your work. To edit a chart element, like what I've just been doing there, like a chart title, simply double click a placeholder and begin typing. For example, if it's the title here, I'll just click here in the title and I can change it. I can write anything there, depending on what I want. So basically what I've been trying to show you is exactly what is being talked about here. You can see the shape of the other graph I've shown you there, or the one we have just made there. Other chart options, we can always have a number of chart options that is changing, switch rows or columns, select data. If you come here, you are seeing how we can switch the rows. Have changed. What were the rows have now become columns. Now I've returned to how it was. All that one you can always try and do it yourself. You can also try to move a chart. In moving a chart, whenever you insert a new chart, it will appear as an object on the same worksheet that contains its source data. Alternatively, you can move the chart to a new workbook to help your data keep organized. For example, this one has been created on this page. I've tried to reduce it, though it looks small. I can always move it and take it somewhere. It will always read the same information, though this time I have transferred it to somewhere else. Even if I mean to transfer it to another sheet, it will always read the same information. So always feel free to show it, to move the charts the way you wish to move them. Having looked at that briefly on those charts, try to also do the same to your work. I know we have been looking at a series of work since the beginning. We have been having different level challenges, different work. Open one of your existing Excel workbooks, use the worksheet data to create a chart, change that chart, the chart layouts, try to play around with those charts the way I've been demonstrating to you. Thank you very much.